can steal my glory! We done all the hard work for him! Stick to the plan, and we'll crush him! These skulls are mine! With each kill, my power grows! Khorne shall have his tribute, but the worthy are mine to reap! We're gonna make a killing here! If you're after gold, glory, or exotic meats, I'm your man! Hey-ah!
So there we go. That was the Omens of Destruction DLC trailer for Warhammer 3 at long last. We've got a name for it. They've been telling us about it for the past couple of months, actually. They've been discussing some of the legendary lords, some of the new mechanics, and at last we know the name of it. Omens of Destruction, with new content for Khorne, Greenskins, and Ogres. So we're going to dive on in and take a look at the blog that has been released alongside this trailer today. Release is the 12th of December. I should hopefully have some early access before then. My content plan for this new DLC is to do a series of each of the new DLC Legendary Lords. I'll probably be doing a Khorne YouTube only series that I'll be just straight up recording and uploading as often as I can. And then I'm thinking I'm probably going to do a streamed Greenskin campaign as well, and also a streamed Ogre campaign that will be streamed and recorded, edited up, and I'll probably alternate between the Greenskin and the Ogre series for uploads, and we'll probably, to start with, have daily uploads of Khorne, as I said, straight as a YouTube only series. So let's jump straight into the blog post. So here we go on the blog post. If you're watching this over on YouTube, this kind of discussion, I'm actually streaming this discussion and recording it at the same time. I thought I'd do a live reaction, but there's a link to this blog post in the description as well if you want to have a read through, and also a link to the trailer if you just want to watch that on repeat. Also, feel free to let me know of the DLC lords, or first of all, is this a DLC you're going to be picking up? And of the DLC lords, which one are you going to play as first? I should say all the campaigns that I'm planning to do are all going to be on Immortal Empires. I don't know actually if there is any difference if they're planning to do it on any of these guys on the Chaos campaign. I think, didn't they say a little while ago this would be one just focused on Immortal Empires content? So that's fine. We're playing this on Immortal Empires. So here we go. Oi gets, the time has finally arrived for us to reveal the Total War Warhammer 3's next DLC, Omens of Destruction, a showdown of demons, delinquents, and detestables featuring Khorne, Ogre Kingdoms, and Orcs and Goblins arrives on the 12th of November. This will land alongside Update 6.0, which will introduce free content, tweaks, and fixes for all owners of the game. And I believe there's a free Legendary Lord for Khorne coming as part of that as well. Once again, you have the option of purchasing Omens of Destruction as a complete bundle or as individual Legendary Lord content packs, giving you more choice in how you purchase the DLC. So I think that's something they introduced with Thrones of Decay that seemed to go down pretty well. Gives you more control and choice over which lords you want to get. You're not spending money on lords that you don't want. I think the reception of that kind of largely went down pretty well. I'm largely in favor of that. I think giving players more choice on choosing which characters they actually want to get versus buying a DLC that perhaps they've only got one character in that they actually want to get. That seems better to me, allowing you to pick them out individually than buying a DLC and only playing a third of it. So you've got embark on campaigns of hero slaying, mercenary conflict, and brutal tactics in the Omens of Destruction DLC for Total War Warhammer 3, introducing 3 hell-raising legendary lords for Khorne, Orcs and Goblins, and Ogre Kingdoms, as well as a host of new battle units, gameplay features, and objectives to be experienced in the immense Immortal Empires campaign. So yeah, again, this is all content just for Immortal Empires. I don't believe any of these guys will show up in the Realm of Chaos campaign, but then who is still playing Realm of Chaos in 2024. So first of all, for Khorne, we have Skulltaker, the Hero Slayer. He looks pretty damn awesome. Khorne's immortal champion and the greatest of all bloodletters, Skulltaker is ever seeking worthy skulls for his master, scanning the battlefield for the enemy's greatest champion. He bellows his challenge before moving in to end yet another storied life. Campaign feature, the Cloak of Skulls. Skulltaker must seek out and defeat powerful enemy lords across the heroic pantheon of the Warhammer world. With each skull added to his cloak, new powerful abilities and traits can be earned and upgraded. That already sounds like it's going to be a crazy OP fest by the end of, or the kind of middle of one of his campaigns, but I'm all here for it, to be honest, for just kind of mad ability collecting. Battle playstyle, a force of demonic destruction. Skulltaker excels at hunting down and dueling enemy lords before cleaving through ranks of troops with his two-handed Slayer Sword. His Cloak of Skulls passive ability grants increasing spell resistance and ward saves the more he kills. New characters and units. New units for the Blood God's Domain enter the fray, including 2 legendary heroes, Scar Bloodwraith and Skylar Anfingrim, followed by a host of acolytes, including the Blood Speaker, Slaughter Brute, Blood Beasts, Wraithmongers, Skull Reapers, and Khorne Gores. Then for the Orcs and Goblins, we have Gorbad Ironclaw, the Brutal Unifier. Actually, I wasn't really sure initially if I was going to be that hyped for Greenskins getting more content, but actually, I mean, I haven't looked at the Ogres yet, but I kind of feel like more hype for Greenskin stuff over Ogres right now. I kind of feel, though, that coming into this, Ogres have got to have like some really good kind of overhauls to their existing mechanics as well as new stuff, because they feel very like the forgotten child, like Norska. So I'm quite hyped for Greenskin stuff, actually. The squigs in that trailer, the squigs on a chain flying through the air, just bouncing around, causing utter chaos and destruction, looked great. One of the most infamous orc war bosses, Gorbad Ironclaw, knows but one language, and that is war. Unique amongst his race due to his rare mix of brain and brawn, an orc with a brain, he has become an inspiration amongst his kind for invasions done proper. Campaign feature, the plan. A tenacious tactician, Gorbad must experiment with unique battle strategies for his armies to employ, granting a deadly mixture of exotic battle bonuses and army compositions that can overcome any challenges. Battle playstyle, riding into battle atop his fierce warboar Nala. Gorbad penetrates the enemy lines with devastating charges before engaging in close combat with his mighty axe, Morglor the Mangler. The Great Leader ability, which activates when troops are in his vicinity, granting increased melee attack and defense. New characters and units, the Snagler Grobspit, the Savage Orc Great Shaman, the Night Goblin Big Boss, Black Orc Axe and Shield variant, Mangler Squigs, that's got to be what we saw in the trailer there. Colossal Squig, yes, and Arachnarok Flinger and Bolt Thrower. Golfag Maneater, the Mercenary, Ogre Kingdoms. So yeah, he's for the Ogre Kingdoms, for me, he's got to be the Redeemer here. Because Ogres, yeah, I've really dropped off. I really lost interest in my Scrag series that I was doing, unfortunately. And again, that was in Realm of Chaos, so yeah, no one was really interested in that anyway. Hopefully, he adds in a breath of fresh air for the Ogres, because they certainly need it. So one of the most successful Ogre mercenaries of all time, Golfag Maneater, forged a reputation for the Ogres as fearsome killers for hire long before they became a relatively common sight in the mercenary armies around the world. A campaign feature, mercenary contracts. Ever keen to lace his pocket with gold, Golfag helps his clients throughout the Warhammer world settle their warring disputes by taking on all wars they're involved in and conducting hostile actions against their enemies for handsome rewards. Playstyle, an anti-infantry blender. Golfag tears through the hordes of infantry with the aid of barbaric weaponry. His globe-trotting nature also gives him access to a variety of exotic abilities, such as Deadeye, which allows him to take a powerful shot from his pistol, causing huge damage. New characters and units, he has Bragg the Gutsman, the Ogre Paymaster, Bruiser, Golfang's Man-Eaters, Pigback Riders, Blood Vultures, Yetis, and Thunder Tusks. And then free content. Coming as part of Update 6.0 will be Warhammer's official 100th, although the other three may have something to say about that, Legendary Lord, Arbol the Undefeated, the champion of Khorne who has seen thousands fall beneath the crimson arc of his axe. And I'll certainly be trying to, I guess, confederate or collect him as part of my Skull Taker campaign that I do. But Arbol the Undefeated, champion of Khorne, has seen thousands fall beneath his crimson arc of his axe. Alongside this, a faction update will arrive for Ogre Kingdoms, Khorne, and Orcs and Goblins, plus a suite of adjustments and bug fixes to improve the core game experience. So that's all we have for now. It's just kind of highlights of their playstyles for each of those characters. Nothing else. The art does look really cool though, actually. You can zoom in on that. Oh, actually, there's some more screenshots we can see from within the blog of Skull Taker. Gorbad. And Golfag. And then Arbol. On a, what's that, some kind of Fleshhound mount? They all look pretty cool. I mean, all very much a similar theme of chaotic destruction. Who are you going to be playing as in the Omens of Destruction DLC if you're going to pick it up? I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like this one drops down a little bit from Thrones of Decay. I felt like that was very varied. These all, I think, with this, rather than having a linked narrative of them all being like rivals amongst one another, the theme seems to be, obviously it's all about destruction. It's all kind of, it's linked to the fact that this is a kind of a Khorne-led DLC, and then it's lots of destruction in and around that. Because obviously CA have moved away from doing rivalries with their DLC when they've started moving into doing 3 lords in their DLC packs. But yeah, hopefully it's as good as Thrones of Decay, because that set a really, I think, good standard for these larger lord packs. Definitely it was better than Shadows of Change. So yeah, hopefully it's around about Thrones of Decay level. Skull Taker and Gorbad actually interest me more than Golfag, the Ogre Kingdoms, but I think it's just because I had a pretty experience with Ogre Kingdoms last time I played as them. So yeah, we'll dive into a campaign with him and see if they've gotten better, more interesting, more engaging, and just more fun to play as. But yeah, looking forward to doing a Skull Taker series. That will be starting as soon as I'm able to, if that's early access, or at launch on the 12th of December when the DLC drops. Skull Taker campaign will be just exclusively on YouTube in video-only format, and then we'll be starting a stream series with Gorbad and Golfag, Greenskins, and Ogre Kingdoms, and essentially I'll probably just aim for that sort of the week after the DLC is out, or whenever I'm allowed to start showing content for them. I'll probably just alternate every other day, doing a few hours of Gorbad and then doing some as Golfag. So there should be plenty of Warhammer 3 content coming, if that's what you're interested in. Obviously, if that's not what you're interested in, we still got the Empire Total War series, we've got Crusader Kings, and lots more coming into the new year in 2025 and beyond. So, wherever you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the DLC and the trailer so far. Take care, and ciao for now.